Coming to you at 0800 hours, 5 minutes, about to say 51 minutes, on Sunday, December 8th. Since it's Sunday, I enjoy doing the recordings about how we always, as a race, we are more into the religions than any other race. And I find it funny that even yesterday, the Catholic, because it's crashed, because I keep telling everybody, which people are starting to realize. I think it's funny that people say it. Every religion is about Christianization. Go study what the word Christianization means. And the lady that invited me, I went. I don't go for the same reasons, and I can do other things. I know how to guard my energy, and you'll just notice it when people will be doing things and saying things to me. I am not really focused on what they're saying unless we have to come together for a good reason or we're having just fun. But if a person trying to show me I can go because I enjoy seeing all the different imageries, the pictures, meeting people, because I'm very personable. I'm not outgoing, and just hearing and knowing about new information. So she invited me to see the statue of the Mother Guatemala. It was from Mexico, and so I went to the church. The church was interesting. But what I found, too, within this church, they honored dark-skinned people, Shamalas, and ebony people. I thought that was interesting. My whole life, watching people as Christians, Jehovah's, Muslims, and all these different religions, I never seen the images, the statues of dark complexioned people, Shamala. I thought that was dark stone. That's funny. Dark tone imagery of people. Why is that? Why would I go in a Catholic church, a Catholic Christian, you got Muslim Christian and all that? That's a new thing that I'm hearing people say now, which I thought it was funny, but anyway, that's funny. How come? Nobody thinks about that. We keep saying race don't matter, but somehow reason race and the complexion of a person, if you watch book, it plays. Whether we want to realize it, stop saying somebody invented that. I woke up this morning with this color. Nobody didn't invent that. I don't care how much you want to say it or somebody starts saying it or doing it first. No, I woke up. That we can see that my complexion of my skin is different from yours and someone else's. Why do we keep trying to admit to that don't exist? I think that's weird. Maybe the emphasis, of course, the emphasis and the way the world has transpired because the skin tone is wrong. But the emphasis, the saying that my skin tone is not important or that's not prevalent, I find that very oddly, I want to say unamusing and unsatisfying or exposing. It's like, that don't make sense. But what I want to talk about is love. Love. Can I ask you a question? Or say it to yourself. You gotta say it out loud. You gotta put it in the discussion box or whatever, or an email, or my other social media platforms. What is love? And I'll ask you, what is love? Now, think about that for a minute. What does love mean to you? We say the word, we show it this way, but ask yourself. Have you truly seen love? Now, let's start. Love. To me, love is me. Love is me. See, you thought about to give some crazy definition. To me, love is an element. Just as earth, wind, fire, water. That's love is in there. It's an element. So if it's an element, it requires, and it have. It don't even require. So if we know what makes up water, what elements? 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen, correct? So a molecule of oxygen and a strand of hydrogen makes up water. Is love not the same? So what strands, what molecules make up love? See, and that's when we get in the different, now, if you want to define it, the definition, but it's easy. It's, to me, if it's talking about elements, and the elements that the words we have created is care, kindness, like, being honest. I don't see how I can wrap my mind around love when it's not exhibited. And let's talk about that. The first love we know of, I don't do the religion thing. To me, the first love you should have is self-love. I don't mean asexual love, thinking you the best and nobody else is. I don't. You supposed. I think. I know you supposed to think very highly of yourself. But if it's in the love, how do you think you are better than someone? You can. You can be better than someone. Put it this way: you can be better than someone, but not better in the sense of I how to word this. Because I don't want to say I'm better than someone and I'm not. Because you're not really better than them. It's just the decisions you're making. Basically, here you go. You better than them by the way you treat yourself. But you're not better than another person on this earth. No human, no being on this earth is better than another being on this earth. I don't care how they say it. And if you, since it's Sunday, he said, which a lot of people trust in and we hear about, you are going to do greater works than me. He said, the entity said, you're going to do greater works than him. So the entity, your father, which the name we call him by sometimes, a lot of people, Yahshua, Yahweh, there's just so many Yah, Jehovah. He told me, he told us, we're going to do greater works. What does he mean? See, that's why I say, what is love? See, if you don't define some things, you're going to be forced and you're going to allow other things to define things for you that it may not even be for you. You're going to let somebody define your love for them. And that's the next one. Outward love. What kind of love do you display to someone? You think love is not that important? Or that being honest with that person is not that important? Caring about them? Showing that they need that care? We're a whole race. And we sitting here saying the women unprotected and the man is unnursed, unsupported, quote unquote unsupported. He's need a nurse, and he's not receiving that. But then the same race women want protection. Where's the outward love in that? You can't pick and choose who you help and who you love. If I see a woman need help, I'm helping a woman. I can't pick and choose. When you pick and choose, then that's when you get into that. Well, if you're going to pick and choose, you got to allow everybody else to pick and choose. Allow them to pick and choose. If you telling me, if I, as an African descendant man, I am an ebony man, I'm going to start saying ebony instead of black. Found the better words. Or in indigenous or indigo, which I should have been using more often anyway. But ebony fits the more in indigo. Because I'm indigenous, but I don't know all of my race behind me. So I'll rather say ebony because of my skin color. If you telling me it's okay for you to not honor the same race man and have respect from him and care about him and what I'm talking about, love him, why do you respect? Why do you don't respect? Why do you expect anything back from ASPECT? Why do you expect anything back to him if you don't respect RESPECT? See how those words work? It's reciprocation. And that's going into race love. You know why we are the way we are? We don't love each other. I've talked to women and I said, do you love that man? She's like, why? I said, wow. And at first it shocked me because I wasn't going to think that these African descendant women I was talking to me going to say they don't love African descendant men. So I didn't think we were gonna. I didn't think other ebony people was not gonna love ebony people. Maybe your father or uncle or some man did you wrong, but I'm hearing this more. We don't love each other. I said, wow. So I asked men, and the funny part, I asked more men. He said, yes, I love this my ebony women, our ebony women, but I don't love her. I don't care for her. It was different. I said, so the women that birth children don't love ebony men. Her child is going to come out ebony, and if he's a boy or a male, she don't love him. Yup, we don't think that's important. That's going to be one of my 52 topics is ebony women, African descendant women, not loving African descendant men. How that's a very, 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 very detrimental to what we see in society now. And I'm going to do the African descendant men of the absentee father, the even the woman. So we all been abused, hurt, pain, we struggle through, and we don't love each other. We think this is one thing that I find very interesting in African descendant women. If more African descendant women are getting positions where income is better to make better, and they're meeting men that may not get those positions, and that's going. I've been fighting my whole life. I hate certain things. Listening to people like people that fail over and over. I don't think those people fail. I just think just say Amazon. Amazon never failed to me, unless he the person that ran Amazon didn't give us the full story. Failure is your business falling apart. You're not getting enough customer. You're not getting enough supplies, or you lost a lot of money doing things that you know you shouldn't have been doing. See, that's a failure to me, because you have not the. To me, when you just haven't succeeded, it's just that you have the knowledge, and sometimes it take more time. That's unsuccessful. But failure is just really just you're not even talking about it no more. You probably a bum outside, and I'll rather listen to them and say the things you shouldn't do. That's failure. I can account to my failure. And I don't mean, and you never, and this is the thing about the word failure. That's why I say you need to start defining your words. Failure, you never recover in failure. There's no recovery. Stumbling, tripping, maybe if you fall, because even some falls you never recover from. You get injured very badly to the point you almost dead. And sometimes you might as well be dead because you're a vegetable. You're no more good. Your body don't even function. Your brain is there, but your body can't function because your brain is damaged so bad. You might as well take you out. That's what failure is. The vegetable, the person that's a vegetable. Unsuccess is the person that can go back and go earn and learn more skills and then recover from that. If you can recover, you didn't fail. I don't know, because when I look at different words and read, I must be reading and comprehending something totally different. So we talked about the race love. Is it a condition or is it unconditional? So if our ebony women don't love the ebony men, and then they have sons, how does she show her son love? If she don't love me and she just want me to do all these things, where do I get enough energy? I don't have energy. If ebony men is sitting out here by themselves, this is scary, and I find this very scary. That and this is me. A person that's being single or isolating herself or alone can find energy, and they don't talk about depression and anxiety, because if they do, I know that's what's missing. They're missing love from another person, and they would never receive it because they don't want it. Trust me. The women, ebony women, 8 to 10 men in their whole life at certain stages of life has been presented a man. They did not want to receive him. And I spoke to a woman. She showed me a picture. She talked about looks, and I seen the dude, and I said, no homo. He's very attractive man, and I think a lot of women would think he's attractive. So I say you couldn't use the non-attractive, and then I listened and watch him. She said that this man is not for her because this is not the. I said, at least you're being honest. The man that she desires. I said, you're being honest. But I said, in your honesty, you can't keep writing about, you can, but it wouldn't make sense to me. You can't keep saying that the creator don't have a man for you. And it's a man, he may not, it's funny how most African descendant men, ebony men are born in the same typical demographic area, inner city, projects, the hood, ghetto, whatever you want to call it. But when you meet those women, they draw the separation line and say, well, he's not hood, he's not hood. But the guy was born, it's like, it's as me. I'm born in the same area. What is not hood about me? Is it the tone? And then we allow the other races to create our type of love for each other. That's another thing. That's crazy. I'm gonna go deeper in that. Target love. Again, talking about conditional love. Target love is as that Cupid flying around and throwing hearts at people. That desire love. Why wouldn't, this is my target, why wouldn't I target a woman that want what I want? So I respect a woman that say, I'm healing from things and don't want to be in a relationship. Can we be friends? And then in that stage, now you're healing. Do you desire love later? Here's a perfect example. And this is what you should be doing, especially you younger men and women. You know you want to be married one day. You want to have children, a family. And it's not because the world told you this. Because I remember a person asked me, why do you want that so much? When you just be with somebody? I said, no. I said, this is one of my choices that I made. Because I remember saying I didn't want. I remember I used to say, ebony women is only for one thing. And it wasn't that I was being disrespectful. That's what I was being literally shown. I was dating women. I thought they wanted love. I thought they wanted to be in love. They was telling me this. They was showing me. But then it was some things that they wouldn't. It would say, well, if you want to be in love, why you want to do these things? Why you want to act out these certain things? That wasn't good for her. That wasn't going to show that wasn't going to show me what love was. She couldn't, the love that she, and I had to ask myself, did she have self-love? I think she has the essence of it. Like that's why that's why I don't listen to a lot of people and they're deaf in their music. If it come up, a movie, it come up, cool. I hate, because what they do is extract the essence from that person. You can't take their soul, you can't sell their soul, but I can give you the essence. So you can make contracts to have the child you have and make sure they stay within those rituals and those different things. That's why it's a condition. You're making a contract on what you want. No, I wanted that, but when I was saying those negative things about women, I was listening to other people, or I was allowing women that was hurting me to become my, like, as my information line, my line of saying this is what women are, and that was far from the truth. Then once I never been that way. I wanted those things. But when I started getting hurt by the women over and over, and it was unnecessary hurt, I started feeling that way. See, I felt that way. It wasn't part of me. So in the love you're seeking, the condition, is that part of you? Or are you just saying that because you're pain and hurt? And if you still want those things, why aren't you still fighting to have those things? Why aren't you still trying to make yourself better? And another one, the love I. The love I. What I mean is you, the I, the self, the A, the I am. What do you exhibit and display towards yourself? Do you love yourself? Now this is something similar to self-love, but think about this. The love that you display and exhibit for yourself. I hear a same ebony women telling ebony men that he should be this and do this and that for her. And I started thinking about that, and I heard it and I seen it, but I put real thought to it. If a woman want the most expensive clothes, houses, cars, jewelry, the material, superficial-ish. Now let's do superficial. She have these these highly expectations and standards. But now I have to ask you this, ebony men and women, can you meet those standards of yours? I damn sure can. I'm not asking myself to present $1 million to me. I'm not asking myself to do things that I wouldn't do. Why would I tell her? And I told this to a young man. He say, "Why you never give me restaurant jobs?" I said, "I can. If you want me to, I would." But I told him certain restaurant jobs I would never do. And I said, and people never got that. They also like, "Oh, I'm thinking I'm better." No, it's things that I see people do in restaurant jobs that I wouldn't do. I see how people treat people. I see how they act, and I'm in certain like so working as a low retail, so like a Dollar General, a Family Dollar, or a Piggly Wiggly or Save a Lot. People that works there, I don't know why they seem to have a big attitude, and people, and I don't even care about what people think lowly of them. I asked the dude, start arguing with the woman, why you think lowly of this girl that work in a Family Dollar? I said, do you realize a lot of these women are young, and let's say they're older, but the younger ones going to school, and maybe she don't want to go to school yet because you got your degree, this and that, and making a fair amount of money. That said, that don't mean nothing, brother. And he tried not to listen to me. I said, you can listen to me or not. You was wrong, and she was wrong. But and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say she was a little bit of older woman at the time than even me and even him. He tried to and I said that goes a part of respecting her. That's that race love. We don't do that. I don't care what your job is. I remember one time I thought so highly of this woman, and I went to McDonald's. I seen her. She looked at me. I looked at her. But the thing was, I remember saying hi to her a couple times, and she was beautiful. And she like looked at me. She didn't ignore me. She at least gave me some. She acknowledged me, but it wasn't a hi. Like it wasn't like oh hi how you. I say hi how you doing or just saying hi back. She never said it. But when that happened, it was funny because I looked at her. She looked at me in the eye, and I felt humility, like just drown her in humility. And I was just looking. I said hi. She said hi. She didn't even ask me what I wanted. So I was like, and I just told her what I wanted. She's like, okay. And you can hear like the whole voice. She didn't even really respond to me. And I thought at first like, oh, she that stuck up. Damn, she still that stuck up after she's saying that. But I didn't. I said, when she came, I said, thank you. Have a great day. And I said, no, I said something. She said, I said, oh, I appreciate that. She said, oh, you want that or something? I forgot. And I was like, oh, no, you good. I said, I appreciate that, though. Well, can you give me that sauce? And you can see the look in her eye, and it was, he didn't diss me after I dissed this man. And she knows she was doing it. Then I seen her afterwards because she was the captain of the cheerleading coach for my nephew football team or the other team. But I would see her like every game because they used the field, and they played all I played at the same field. Unless she would, and so it was beautiful to me because then after that it was like, oh hi, how you doing? Oh okay. She said hi, how you doing to me? Because she knew I would want to talk to her, but I didn't after that. I said okay, she still got a lot where to go, but I'm happy she showed that. So that was what for me that's like love. That's what I'll be saying between the race. To me, the race is important. To you, it may not be important. You may not care. You may want not to talk about the traumas and the pains that a lot of us go through, but we go through it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to never not talk about that because I want, you know what, I wish my father and mother tell me about the same race pain and the outer race pain and their parents' pain. Not that I'm going to think about it in a bad way because I want to know what. Now do this. If you have children or family members and y'all talk about the pain a little bit with the good and fun times. You see what I'm saying? Not just don't talk about, oh, I just want to have fun. Just don't party and travel. Talk about that with somebody you really can, or find someone that you got beef with and ask that person that you got beef with, have you ever been through any pain and struggle? I know we got beef about something, Well, what other pains and struggles do you have? See what comes out of their mouth. See what they say. Maybe y'all will get it. You all will get it, and you won't, and you will understand. Not all the beef that we have is built up on pain and anger and hatred. It could be built up on something in you that you need to express and get out of you. Maybe you need to vent more about that. But don't isolate yourself. Don't think because you traveling and making more money, this, and that gonna change. If it don't help, that helps, but it don't help you get over that stuff because that's not loving. And and think about love. What is love to you? Define it. Make it real. Love is real in me. Here's some quick things I do, and I keep saying it because I do it and I still do it, and it's being reciprocated and it's being manifested in the universe and it's coming back to me, and I started noticing when I asked the Creator to, I want to show me prosperity. It was similar to like as show me prosperity. He said, look down when you walking outside. I said, what's the importance of that? So every time I walk, look down and look down. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I was noticing when I looked down the ground? People drop things. People don't think that certain things they drop is very valuable. The one thing that people drop on the ground, this is what the prosperity was. People drop pennies on the ground. Imagine how many pennies you collect in a day. You talking about I want to be a millionaire, but you never say how long you want to get there. I don't want the time frame. But I can see things. So I say, if I let's say you manifest love, I can see it in my life. I say, oh, finally, not finally, but I had said this one time. I said, finally, love is being revealed. But then I learned, and this is the one thing I bring up race a lot. And you can say it's not love, and in some situations it's not. I'll be just watching people. This is not love. If you get with somebody that's racist, and then you graft out their same views and you act upon them with that person, that's not love. Love is when this a white lady, she keep inviting me to things, and I'll go, or she this and that, and I'll pay gas, whatever, because that's who I am. And I wouldn't say no, because I said I want to open myself up to not loving her, but love. See, we don't know what love really means. If you don't open yourself up to different things, and I'm not talking about out of my race. I'm experiencing new things that I wouldn't do. I wouldn't care about some Catholic statue or some statue from the Puerto Rican people or Mexican people. But I said, let me check this out. I want to go see it firsthand. Instead of hearing about it on the news, I can go watch it myself and then hear about the news later. So if the news try to lie and make a mistake, I was like, news, you was wrong. I can tell people they was wrong. See what I'm saying? I am exhibiting and displaying the love that I want to see from people. And sometimes we can get so bottled up in love of yourself, but you won't be, how to say this? I'm happy this came to me because I would have thought about this when I got off my recording. Got off the wrist recording. The love that we want, sometimes we so bottled up with what the goodness we have in us, we forget to show it to everybody. And I was doing that. I stopped showing my goodness to everybody, even though they seen it at certain points. But I want to show it as soon as they meet me. Boom, boom, boom. I don't want to wait the third time they meet me. Oh, that's what everybody talking about, OJ, that you have. That they probably saying in their head. Oh, that's what they mean. Oh, he do. But then if the third time they don't get a chance to meet me again, the first two times they only have the first two times. They don't have the third, fourth, and fifth and sixth view of me. They just have the first two times view of who I am, and it may not be me. You can say you don't care, but I care about what somebody think about me, because in that case, if I'm trying to show love and then I go talk, if I go and talk in front of people, they can never say OJ did not show me love. See how that goes? And it's not. It's for their recollection. Their recollection of you. Your rapport on. That's what they have of you. If a person don't have a good rapport of you, of what you're trying to honor and respect about you, then they don't have it. They can't. So I can think she's beautiful and she might show me love, but I ask her, what did you show those other men? People and you can't. I'm sorry. I don't justify what one woman do to me, and I had to say when I bottled up, I became bottled up in love. That now when other women, I was presented by the Creator, and through the naturalness of being on this earth, you're gonna see someone else. I might not have been showing that same love to that woman. So that woman's view me, she gonna say, and I might have been controlling because I learned. So you women, you are defining those, but why don't you define your love and the type of man you can love? If you want love and the man love you, and you all you talking about is he attractive and he got a job, he make decent money, he ain't gotta have six. But if you start saying he gotta have six figures, he gotta do that. And if you start saying brother, she gotta have big booty, big breasts. Okay, you want a certain race, cool, because it's millions of same race people in this world. That's all over the world. I can see you still finding love. But if you trying to say big booty, it got to jiggle this way, her breasts got to be, her lips got to be, she got to look this way, she got to do this, and I can understand if she got to know how to cook, because it's still millions. It's things that if people are capable of doing, and that's what you desire, you don't settle. That's not an expectation. You want some woman that can wake up in the morning and brush your teeth, because brushing your teeth seems as a thing that everybody do. For a reason. That's why I ain't got a reason behind it. And there's a reason for it. That would make sense. I want a woman that brush her teeth. I want a woman that wash her ass. I can get that. But saying I want a woman that can do a handstand and juggle a stick on her right foot and spin a plate on it and she did all that. I don't know, brother. That's some circus-ish. And I probably can only say about 1,500 women of all ethnicities, races, can do that. And it might be less than 1,500 women that can do that. And there's over 15 million women on this earth. So maybe, 7 billion people. So, yeah, it's over 15 million women on this earth, and only about 1,500 can do that, and maybe less than that. So that's like 1.99% can do that. I'll say y'all silly with that. Just as I gotta understand if I want something from a woman, is I'm in the right demographic for that? Is I'm talking to those people? Am I putting myself in those areas? So that's why I said I don't want to bottle up my love. Maybe it's a woman that needs to see me. Just say it was an event. I didn't show up to the event. How's she gonna see me? So going forward in 2020, come on, race. Can we do better? Can we show love? Can we? Because men, just because you look good, can you show that other lady that you can love her? Maybe she might get the wrong thing, but don't do the wrong thing. Don't take her to her house. We natural men and women gonna flirt with her, cool. Cause I flirt with the woman I find not as attractive, but it's be like joke, and she know it, and I let her know. But when it's time to be serious, we serious. When I'm helping her, I'm helping her. She knows that. She knows the difference, what I'm doing. So if this is how love can be for each race, let's learn the differences. Learn it different. If you saying you love yourself, why are you accepting somebody that don't respect you? Why are you accepting someone that treats you bad? Why are you accepting someone that want all these don't? Well, I don't be around the women that say that, and they wouldn't be around me. And I think I'm grateful that in our race, a certain type of women don't want to be around me because it let me build me up, and then at the same time, it shows me it's easier for me to find what I'm looking for. When how we say, men, don't worry about that woman don't want you. Because that same type of woman, if she seen you with a woman that's a good woman, she gonna want you. Don't fall prey to that. Stay with that. Somebody backed you up. And I can't wait for the day I see all these social medias posts and I hear all these women. When I do good for a woman that I want to be with, and she receive it, and she say, I do want to be in a relationship with you, and I do want to have a family. Man, that's going to be on all my social medias. She going to be on all my social medias. She going to be in everybody's face. It's going to be as Coming to America I'm going to get on the train and announce my love for her, and she going to love it. But if you don't love you, and if you don't, and how people, women that say, oh, if he don't do this, no, I might not dance, but I'm going to announce my love for you. And if women can hear a man say that and don't want that man, men, maybe we got a long ass way. We got a super long ass way to go then, because it's funny they all want it, and I think, and we got to start doing this, compartmentalizing our thoughts. We'll do a live on that, a recording, compartmentalizing our thoughts of what we say. We got to start displaying it outward, and that's part of love. So I say unto us, I say unto all, it's our path, it's our journey, it's our choice. If we choose wisely, we're going to be better as a race. But again, what does love mean to you? What is self-love? What is outward love? Race love? Target love? The love of I, me, you, yourself, and the love that you're displaying. For 2019, love, love, love. Selah.